Hi, welcome to www.mywealth.com. My name is Bob O'Brien. I'm a senior instructor with the courses. Today's video blog is changes to your credit score. Effective yesterday, there's been some changes to your credit score. So if you've never really gotten your head around this is a great time to do so because there's been some changes. And you also want to be aware that your credit score is one of your greatest assets. It can literally save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if this seems like an exaggeration, break down a 30-year mortgage, say a $300,000 mortgage, and compare it to someone with getting a 6% rate that would have good credit as opposed to an 8% rate on their mortgage. It'd be about $150,000 over the course of the loan. Now, this doesn't even account for things like loans for cars, insurance costs, and perhaps even getting a job because they may do a background check and check your credit. So you really want to get a grip on this. And one of the first things you should do is check out our written blog and you'll see a link for www.annualcreditreport.com and go to that and go look at your credit report to that link. It won't cost you a thing, and just start to look at it, and a lot of these rules will make a lot of sense to you. So let's get into what the changes are for FICO 2008. All right, first of all, small things are going to matter less, so this is a good thing. If you forgot a doctor's bill or to pay a parking ticket, in the past this hurt your score more. It's not going to hurt your score as much. They're going to be more practical. They're looking at the bigger picture. So even if you have a car that was repossessed, it's not going to hurt you as much. They're going to look at more of your overall pattern and not just one particular bad event that's hurting your score. Authorized users benefit. If you have a spouse or a child on your card, this will now improve their credit rating. In the past, the authorized user's credit wasn't affected by one person. So this is a benefit as well. And some of the things that are being affected more adversely, closing cards and not using the cards. And this has always been something that's hurted your credit score. It's going to hurt even a little bit more now. So you want to try to set up some type of system for putting things on your card and paying them off right away. And try to set up some type of automated system. Use reminders if you need to. It's really important that you keep that score up as high as you possibly can. Another thing is greater impact for less credit. Obviously, if you're maxed out on all your credit cards, your credit score is not going to be too great. Ideally, another example is, let's say you have $10,000 line of credit and you're using, say, $6,000 of that. That's going to affect your credit score. You always want to try to stay under at least 50%. Ideally, you don't want that much, especially credit card debt to begin with. But be aware of the fact that if you can increase the amounts on some of your cards or other areas, that's going to help your score. But ideally, you don't want to be in debt to begin with. And different types of credit will help your score more. So just using credit cards, which is something a lot of people have done in the past, they want to see other types of credit as well. So student loans, auto loans, and things like that, as opposed to just one type of credit that you're using in order to increase your score. Now, I realize that personally, I feel that a lot of this just encourages spending, the whole credit score system. But don't be a rebel. Conform to the system and make sure that your score gets up there high. You can always write a letter to your congressman and say, I think this is just encouraging lending. I tend to agree with that. So make certain that you conform to these rules because it's going to save you money, and that's what's really important. That's the end of today's blog. I'm Bob O'Brien. Make sure you check out our courses. They're only $25. We go into this in a lot more detail in our personal finance course, so you definitely want to check that out as well. Thanks for being with me, and have a great weekend.